just in pick and ban?
It's honestly, I think the Valley had the better draft on this one. You've got, I mean, Ling, Brody, and Farsa are going to be putting down some damage at the end of this game. I love
their roam potential. It's so quick, so fast to react across the map.
And Uranus and Jawhead are just two danky heroes.
Yeah,
just
truly.
tanky, durable heroes. So it looks here you got Grok, Nana, both pushing mid. You got a support and a tank. Although Nana's going to be playing a mage here, but she's a support role. She's an absolute support here. She can check those bushes and look for this Farsa. Jawhead's going to the jungle.
Position here. He's going to clear the lane so they can get first roam. I love that. And while Ling's being babysit a little bit, trying to get that blue buff and make sure he gets it. Blue team's already going to head to the red buff.
I think the Valley knows that, right? I don't think you're going to see... I think Ling's going to have a lot of support. The Hyper's definitely going to have a lot of support this game. Look at Ling roaming, right? Coming off of that and being able to push that. I love that, being able to move around the map this much. I think he's
a little trouble. Going to take some poke. Not going to matter too much in the long game. It's looked like an easy spread. Blue team did get Letho, and Ling did get the buff first, so he's unobstructed. I think Ling has a little bit more mobility, but I think Haya brings more damage, so it's an interesting trade-off for them. I think Bia into Brody. I think Brody's going to win just on range, right? He's going to get the poke in, but as that game starts to get a little bit more into the team fight phase, I think Bia brings more to it.
I am curious to see who does take that fight up top between Bia and Brody.
Right now, Bia's totally backed off. She's got to either go back or get out of this lane. You're not going to play it in this 5.
On the Valley coming in 4 deep on top lane right now. The only one up there is Grok, and Ling pushing blue on Nicolette right now. She might get caught out here if the Valley can push down, but they back off. They're poking here. I think they know they're not going to overextend this time, so they're not going to get caught in that.
I totally agree. Uh-oh, 4-man dive lining up on this Bia. Looks like Lane's going to finish that off. Will Zoltra trade out?
Taking first blood on Beatrix.
Interesting.
Zoltra might be in trouble here. Brody's deep. Farsa coming in. That's beautiful. Absolutely.
And they get out. They get out unobstructed. That was a beautiful dive. I love how high-level teams trade off turret aggro and just go in at the right time to get the kill. And they're already out by the time the rest of the team arrives.
Right. And now do they rotate here? Do they go down there? That turtle's still sitting there. Uranus is doing a good job, keeping Esme at bay on that bottom lane, but do they rotate and go after this turtle here? I think it'd be a smart move. Beatrix caught up top lane. Oh my gosh.
She takes it. A little trade back. A best player might take it in 1. No, that's just an even trade. So that does give the advantage down on turtle, though.
Now with the turtle, red in trouble.
Oh, Zoltra takes it. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Where's the retreat?
I don't think Grok was supposed to take that, but he did.
They had a retreat, and they didn't, and they still got it. That's crazy. Zoltra's such a 5-head player. He actually has a smite in his kit. How does a tank have retreat? Come on, you cannot let a tank walk in and get lured. Turtle,
love that play.
Oh,
that feels really bad. On the tank there. It's not going to do anything to Grok. Grok's going to rotate and help out his... he looks like he's going up to push on Brody.
Maybe a dive on Brody here. Got a CC coming in, maybe. It's telegraphed, though. Ling knows, and he can respond super quick.
The Molina's out. Let's see if he...
Farsa's coming, too. Ling goes bottom. But Farsa's here. Will it matter?
Brody just absolutely annihilated with that Grok pushing in. Molina coming from the Nana. Brody got snapped with Molina.
Zoltra's Grok is something to be feared, and it's the early game damage out of Grok, but the most 5-head thing about him is he's so good at wall placements, cutting the team fights in half, making sure that they can't get reinforcements or they're trapped into their team. I love seeing Zoltra play Grok. I actually fell in love with Grok watching Zoltra play it.
Middle here, Ling's going after Nana. Farsa with her ult, Ling going in to finish up. Nana's passive, it doesn't matter. Ling is still there to clean it up. Hayabusa coming in, and Jawhead saying, I don't think so. You're right back in this fight. Now you're
Jawhead really deep. I just don't know if it matters. They're outnumbered.
Jawhead staying in the fight here, but Uranus coming up to give some support. Farsa does fly out.
Esme's such a hacker, just run around with full shield, just healing up.
It's great. So Farsa is going to pull back on this. They have to. Farsa and the tank on Jawhead, sorry.
Bia gets the solo push, does get first turret of the game, I believe. That is first turret, and you would think that would go the other way because of Brody's range. But
well, I'll tell you what, though. I wasn't even watching that. I was watching everything in mid, and obviously so was MLP. Right?
Yeah, true.
But Beatrix was like, okay, if you guys want to push mid, that's fine. I'll go up top here.
Yeah, getting first turret's great, but getting the gold off the turret onto Bia is so big. Getting her into that late game itemization, whoo, that's going to be great. So
well, you got Grok pushing hard in mid lane.
Thank you, Chief.
The gold is right even, right? 13.2 thousand to 12.4. It's less than 1,000 difference. So this turtle is going to be huge here. I'm curious to see which team pushes in, which team baits it.
This may be our first 4v4 clash right here, as both teams look for it.
Well,
It looks like Blue's pushing him off hard.
Locks up Jawhead. Looks like Haya's
doesn't
gonna
get the
push in,
wall
but they're
just
not gonna
right.
go too far. They're not gonna play. They're gonna play safe here.
Farsa trades the
with an
poke
ult
back.
to
I love
zone
it.
out. Ling coming
That
over to
may
help.
put
This
Ling
is gonna
in.
be your team
Oh,
fight
this
here.
is a good engage. But Grok is zoning so hard. Doesn't let Red get in.
Ling's in trouble here. Hayabusa
Wow.
shuts down Ling. Grok's not letting anybody leave. The only one that gets out is Farsa. Beatrix taking out Jawhead.
Brody
right
coming
here.
in, maybe
Farsa's
trading it
handling the
back.
fight. Brody takes out the Hyper.
Beautiful
Brody
play by
takes
Brody.
out Nana.
Nobody wants to get close to that Grok,
Esme
though.
coming
Nobody.
in with the ult. She's trying to clean it up here on Farsa. Farsa does look like she's going to get away. Brody doesn't look like.
Bossie's a little deep, and they do have spawns.
Farsa with the ult. No health left, but using it to zone out and save her Brody there. Actually, very, very smart play on Farsa.
Yeah, I would love to see a little bit more of a collapse there. It seems like Ling doesn't really is going for team fights as much as he's going for map pressure, and I would love to see him hop right back in that team fight and punish Esme.
Well,
for his
Beatrix, look at
extension.
her top lane. I mean, absolutely putting the pressure on top lane. It's forcing Brody to go back top lane, which might
now in
kill
the bush.
Turtle.
I don't think they'll get much out of this, but oh,
Ling
they
and
might.
Haya down on bottom lane going at it. Ling's
that's
in
it.
trouble.
That's it.
Hayabusa gets knocked out by Ling on bottom lane. Jawhead's there to help.
And he
the
gets
other
out. Of
support.
course he does.
My God,
God
Grok's
level
still
tank.
getting out of that. That's beautiful play by Grok.
Maybe he dies here? I don't know. No, he won't. He checks the wrong bush. Oh, no. And he gets out alive.
So Ling did
bad.
take out the Hyper on bottom lane. He had to help
Really?
with
Okay, we
Uranus
missed that.
there.
Great. Okay, good. I want to see Ling's 4-1, and I love that. I just want to see him use it more a little bit. He's really farm conscious right now. Oh my goodness,
my
the
God.
Dia damage.
He just annihilated
Wow.
Farsa there. Grok
We may
is
see
going
another
after
wall here.
Uranus here.
He's locked in. Not enough damage there with him though. Bia went to the top lane to clear, so doesn't get translated into a kill. And Blue starts up the turtle. Haya's roaming over. Ling's here though, so we may see a little bit more of a clash on this. I love Zultra's position though here. He's been here for 10 seconds. He's already waiting.
And I love B. She's putting the pressure on top lane, which is forcing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is great. So
Grok's
this looks
there.
like Haya's going to try to come up. He's going to pass Turtle. He's actually going to get involved in this team fight.
What an
Farsa
ulti.
with the ult out right now. Hayabusa taking out the Hyper Ling.
Yeah, I just
Jawhead
want to
gets
see it
caught
Ling
up
a
with
little more
Nana's
integrated.
Alina there, so he couldn't help with that fight. Haya's actually going to stay on Turtle here, which is surprising because he is outnumbered. I'm hoping
Massively.
maybe he thinks that no one's going to notice, and he's absolutely right.
There's no retry
He's
though.
gonna
No
get a
retry on the
free-
map. They
free
give it
Turtle
up.
here.
It looks like, honestly, it looks like Red Team's a little bit slower to the punch. It's still trading even, don't get me wrong, but it seems like Red Team's a little bit slower to the punch right now in the team fights, in the rotation and everything.
Well, you've got Esme here on bottom lane. Uranus is pushing down on her, so it did look like she was going to get a turret out of there. Uranus made a good play. Haya working that top
tied
lane. Jawhead, Ling, all clashing there around the jungle.
I don't know the
Grok
choice there to
still
ult
gets
on that.
out
It
of
must
it.
be just
Grok
get out
is
of the
just a
CC.
tanky. He's a great tank.
Aya may be in trouble here. He's a little bit extended. He's already used his shadows. I do believe we'll see him go down right here.
Jawhead trying to get the throwback here.
Oh, he throws the minion in.
He
A
didn't
Styles
just
on him.
do that. He did not just do that.
I love it. Bia gets to heal up all the way, but we do get to take a turret in the mid and take a little bit of a turret advantage for that kill. So turret for kill, you could say that's even, right? You see the gold's relatively even. We've got like 1.5 ahead for blue team. That's not a lot, but they're still down in kills. I want to see him extend it and really have a 5-man clash, but it's just Esme's so dedicated to that split push.
And B coming up right now. If B comes up and helps here, it's going to be a bit of a different story. But, I mean, I like the way the Valley's playing right now. I mean, I understand they're down, but this is a lot better than what we saw last game.
Absolutely.
They're not
This is a much better
overextending. They're
game.
playing as a
So much
team.
more
They're
fun.
not taking any of those extended fights where... So Farsa coming out here with an ult. Does look like we're getting a clash here. Esme missed her ult there. Farsa got out using her Kaka, right?
Top
So
lane,
Ling and
waiting
Brody
for
maybe
something.
trying for push up top. I actually think Esme's going to get caught out here. I don't think she knows Jawhead's on her way.
Oh,
on
3v1. They may be able to clap right here. It's got to be the
Jawhead's
ulti and the flick
I don't
right
think
now.
Esme saw him, but nice
Good
flicker
flicker.
out with Esme.
Excellent
That
flicker.
almost looked really bad, but it doesn't
I don't think
look
he
like
saves
they're gonna
turret.
save the turret.
The re-engage,
Brody's got that
4v2?
distance to talk about it. Farsa
Oh,
got taken
goodness.
out of her ult there. She couldn't even finish it. Jawhead is in trouble.
Haya does get pushed into it, but honestly,
Haya
that gives
does
him a little
take
bit
down
boost onto
Jawhead,
Farsa.
though. This is not looking good. So Brody also takes out Grok there.
Oh, my
Esme
goodness, they
comes
walk-
out and takes Brody, and Haya takes out Farsa. So those are good exchanges there.
It's 3-for-1 trade. I mean, if you're blue team, I'll take that trade every day. We got a turret too. B is just so hard on the turrets. I love that. Now mid lane being absolutely both turrets taken down, that opens up the jungle for them. They can rotate between lanes very freely now, and is where Farsa and Ling have a mobility advantage in the rotation. They didn't use it together enough to really exploit it. Now they're downing Lord in the pressure.
Now what do you do here, Ben? Do you go for these turrets, or do you bait this Lord and try to take a Lord here?
Oh, I bait the Lord 100%. You can see him sitting in the bush. Anytime I'm with Zultra, I'm going to give Zultra a chance to engage.
So Jawhead was extended there, but he could not get away, even with Farsa putting the ult out
Good play by Grok. He knocks them both up. Looking for the wall to lock one of them in right here. Doesn't even need it, honestly. Triple kill. We're looking for the quad. Ling split pushing. He's not in this fight at all. They're going to turn back for Lord, I would assume, right after this.
Maniac from the Hyper. My God, that was... I tell you, all it takes is that we talked about this last time too. All it takes is that one play, right? That one big play, and you're looking at it right there. I mean, the only one left, Hyper. Ling can't do anything by himself here. This looks like it's going to be a free Lord or MLP. This is
in these situations. I want Ling to go for the counter. I want him to go for the steal. He's so mobile and he can get in and out with his ulti. I want to see in the chances where your team completely dies and your death timer is still on a 20-30 second. I want you to try to steal the Lord. Right, I want to see it go in.
She's playing aggressive on bot lane. Looks like she's going to get this turret. No problem. Do they wait for the Lord here? It's a smart play, but
absolutely.
MLP is playing aggressive, right? They have the confidence. They know they can.
4-man squad going out for Esme. I just don't think that's the choice of where you want to be. Set a bush in the middle and try to get this Grok out of your jungle. You know, get vision on him like Jawhead just did.
Grok's in there, Ton. We talk about the sportsmanship. It's what it's all about. There's no toxicity
baby.
in Mobile Legends.
Not a drop.
Not a drop, he says.
Locking him in its base as Lord's coming down. You see Lord's going to push in. They've got the top lane turret. And as the 3 total lanes of pressure go in, you see that minion line hitting bottom and they line up for mid.
Look at the MLP freeze there. Those minions hit those inhibitor turrets at the same time as Lord.
Same time.
That was a huge play.
A little bit deep on the highest side right there. But for what, you know? So I think that kind of cucks the engage from Blue Team. I think they're going to back out after that. I don't think there's much they can do as a forward.
I think Ling, Ling, that was a huge play by Ling. I mean, he took out the Hyper on the other team, went back, right? They didn't overextend.
Interesting, because they let a minion wave crash on the top.
Nicolette in trouble here.
Oh, the Brody range. Yes.
Oh my God.
Great clapback from overextensions. I love to see that when a team gets too far in.
What a huge play right there.
Ling on Esme in the bottom lane. I don't think that's going to go either way because they both can escape pretty healthily. And you're never going to kill Esme as a Ling, right? And Ling can always get out of there.
He's looking in trouble up top. I don't think she knows
surrounded.
That deep.
Oh,
Jawhead coming up though to help. And Beast gets out of there with a hell of a flicker to get by Jawhead. That was a beautiful play by Beast. She had 4
just going in and bossing his
enemies in there. She didn't even care.
So I want to see him set up the lanes, get the lanes pushed back out, resume the map state that you just won, and then maybe focus on those turrets again. Lord is 2 minutes off, right? So now we're just kind of looking at map advantages and disadvantages, and I think red team has gone into their jungle and secured it with vision. That's great, and they've got Grok out of the jungle. They can't get bush checked anymore. Awesome. But what I really want to see is red team set a trap. You need a pick right here to extend this game so you can go and fight that Lord when it comes up in 100 seconds.
And they're playing smarter here though. Although Farsa is pushing over to try and help out Esme, but it looks like they're going to play smart. Right, the Valley, the Reds, they're going to pull off here. B is getting pretty deep again, but she's already shown she can escape. Right, she knows that she's yet to get caught out there, so she's still confident. It looks like MLP is going to play smart. They are going to wait for the Lord here, so they'll keep waiting. I think right here they're just waiting. Both teams are waiting for the mistake. Right, neither one wants to make that big play. They're just waiting to see if someone will make a mistake. And the Valley's doing good in dropping back because they are down some gold, right?
Oh, they set a trap in the bushes. I don't think it matters. Here. You see both teams setting a trap in the opposing bush on the other side. It does look like blue team's going to get it with the red still, though. And Ling gets out. Oh, the wall!
Brock with a huge wall against Ling, but Ling does get out of it. Brody there to show up. Farsa with an ult.
High in the back line.
Him back in, though.
Goodness.
Farsa does
go down.
Get away
Burns
that
immortality. Ling's back out. Will he get on the B on his blue? Can he finish it? Haya goes over to help out. Don't think he'll go in for that.
No, Ling had to escape there. He was going for Beatrix, but Haya did push over. Beatrix is in there. Beatrix we know is deadly, and Ling doesn't look like he's going to climb in here. Look at the dive here, though. Haya with an absolute dive against 4.
A little mistake there from Haya. I think he was greedy for the kill there, and he wanted to shadow out, but he got stunned. And oof, that feels bad. That just bought that possibility of red team getting Lord. 10
It's
seconds
true,
till it
'cause right
comes
now
up
their jungler's
as they
got
push out the
25
lanes
seconds.
and get position. Oh, going down
Also,
in the
huge
mid.
ult here. Nana taking out Uranus, of all people. Little
Nice,
Molina coming through and
nice.
taking out Uranus.
A little bit early on the ulti from Ling. He maybe could have locked down that Beatrix or followed her after a Mortality Flicker. That's so bad for red because they had their chance
Brody's
to
in
get
trouble,
Lord.
but he does get out.
And Haya's up in 2 seconds. I don't think they can take Lord anymore with the bottom lane pressure of minions. I just don't think it's viable for them anymore. So
But look at bottom lane.
again,
Bottom lane minions. They might get a turret out of this.
they give up
using
Lord
her ult to
positioning.
knock him out. Smart move there, but right, that does take it away from Lord if she tries to snake it.
And now blue controls the area. So you're going to see Grok in the bush and ready for the gank on the top side, right?
Nicolette threw out her Molina, right? She's got top bush covered. Now Jawhead's working there. He is going to stop.
Nice. So they know about Grok now.
He's still going to go in. They are going to try and take it here, but Haya does have the red tree. Farsa was a little bit late with her ult, and now the Valley is in trouble. They are extended. Although they do have a good flash here. Jawhead looks like he's going to be going down. Esme does take out Jawhead. Nana doesn't look like she's going to get away on this one.
Red team wipes it. Esme's on the wrong side of the fight here, and they lose Lord completely. You're going to see a big push off. Some turrets are going to go down this time.
Well, right now, you know that Grok has to go back, which means Esme's going to be stuck up there by herself.
They just canceled it back
this
again.
This is going to be a huge push down mid lane. Esme
they make
all alone.
inhibitor off this. I don't think they can win the game off this push, but man, I would try if I was red team. You're not going to get a better shot here.
This is the Valley's chance right here to make some big plays. Esme with a huge ult right there.
Farsa
keeping him at bay. Brody with that distance, we talk about it. Farsa could not finish Esme on that one.
Yeah, you can't dive Grok though. You just can't.
But look at who's caught behind the lanes. Oh, nice flicker from Brody getting out of there. But Brody is hurt, and Esme coming back, pushing him off. They did
Burning
not
a summoner
get the
for that,
turret,
though. I
but
don't
that was
like
a good
it.
push on the Valley. But look at Uranus,
lane,
right?
blue
Uranus
minions.
pushed top lane, and it looks like he might get mid turret on top lane.
Look how quickly Ling shoots over to those blue minions, though. He's already there. Jawhead's going to take it, but he was there just in case something went wrong. I don't think it matters much because an inhibitor didn't go down and Lord is so far away again, right? So now we're looking for another mistake from one of the teams.
Esme right here, walling off Uranus, Grok, but it doesn't look like they took advantage of it. I think you're going to see a more passive play here on both teams. I think you're going to wait for that mistake again. Knowing what we just saw, right, with that Lord play where MLP had a great play against Lord, but then they were overextended and the Valley made them pay for it.
I love that back and forth, though. You can tell these are two top-level teams. Oh, here we go into the 3-check. That's a lot of damage, but they're ready. Red team's just so aware of the bush ganks.
Pushing in, though. Oh, my God.
Eats via alive.
Play from Ling. Uranus coming over here, and now the full team is here. MLP looks like they are in trouble here. Esme finally gets up in that fight, and it looks like they're going to push off here.
Taking advantage, I just don't think that'll mean much for red because they're so down bad in the map state, right? Lanes are always going to be pushing in blue's advantage, and so blue can afford to give up a kill every now and then. And at this timer of the Lord, that death doesn't really mean much for them. Now, if I would have died there, that's a big problem.
I was surprised with a Nana pick too right now. So like, say you knock out Nicolette in any other game, she's got such a meta mage, right?
Do you think that's a little bit of confidence, a little bit of overconfidence?
I don't know. I don't know what she was. I'm sure they have a plan, right? I'm not.
Because they kept banning mages.
Team chat, so I don't know. But I don't think they're losing a lot. I don't think MLP's losing a lot with Nana.
Red may be
Farsa with a huge ult right here. And
what
she
an
does
ultimate
take out
for Farsa.
Beatrix.
They're walled off though.
Farsa gets knocked out by Nana. We just talked about it. Nana does come back, and it does.
Coming in with the ulti, he's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, it looks like
here I am talking about Nana being this massive meta. She just gets a double kill, right?
That's how it goes. As soon as you cast it, they're gonna do the opposite. Absolutely. Just a clean up right here. Blue's gonna go in deep.
Go ahead.
You got to clear off the bottom lane turret, but with 3 dead on red side and maybe 4, I do think this would be the end of the game. They do need to push their mid lane minions. Ooh.
Uranus is in trouble here, but we talk about it, how tanky he is. He was just taking 3 players right there. And he's like, you know what? I'm not even going back to the base. I'm coming down.
I love that Ling just cut the wave right there. That was so smart, knowing that mid lane is the only wave you can lose through. Ling going behind there, stopping the minions, putting a little pressure on the mage so they can't push through, really extended the game. It buys time for those death timers.
I just love that Nana came out, smacked a DK right after I said it's not one of the most damaged players on the team. I mean,
That's how it happens.
it's
You want to
great.
look at the gold down. What do we got? We're pretty much even, almost full item builds for everybody. So gold has really stopped to matter. Now we're looking for position and mechanics. Red team's down a little bit in map state, but Lord's up in 5. And red team's honestly been playing so much more together in these last 5-7 minutes. And you'd love to see it come
Brody
together.
up on top lane going against Ling here, or Esme here. But of course, Ling can get away from that. Ling does have that escape ability. And it looks like that next fight's going to be at Lord here. So Grok's going to
Uranus
zone
goes
out.
down.
We've got
He's
Nana
super
who can zone
tanky
out.
until a marksman gets on him, right? And now blue team has complete control of the Lord. I don't think Ling will go for the steal because he hasn't in the game thus far. But here he comes as soon as I say that.
Right? And it does look like the fight's here. Ling's ulti inside here, and they get Nana, but her passive is still there.
Ling got out, so they still have a retreat, but he's got to go
Nana
back.
has
Blue
no
team's going to
HP,
soak in
she's
the Lord
still
right now.
staying in there.
Lockdown Lord, but that Farsa does trade the kills back.
But MLP did take Lord on that, and now, right now, the Valley is in trouble, right? They just lost Lord. They need every player they can have.
Ling has to kill Bia right now.
Beatrix is coming up. If Beatrix drops on this blue, no, you got Jawhead coming in. B might be in trouble. She tries to flicker out, but can't. Farsa does not get the kill on B, but now Farsa's in trouble. And it does look like she's going to escape.
Big push on the bottom lane. But honestly, they've managed their minion wave so well. That's a big wave. It's going to cause a lot of damage. I don't think it'll get taken down, though. And you see him already focusing on top lane. They thought bot lane was going to go down. They saved it by a sliver. I do think that'll be taken off by a random member rotating over there and autoing at once. So I don't think that's a big deal. But you can see them setting up on top lane again. Lord's going to push mid, and all 5 of blue are going to focus. I mean, 4, excuse me, are going to focus on that top lane.
MLP did a great job stealing Lord there, and I actually thought the Valley did an even better job about pulling out of that fight once they lost Lord and only losing one of their players. Because had they been a couple more down here, look at Ling barely escaping on that. Beatrix, we're talking about it. She can punch right now. Lord's going to be a problem here. Lord and Grok in mid is just so durable. Farsa putting that ult out. Is she going to get anybody here? She's focusing Lord with that ult. Esme with her ult.
That's 3 inhibs. We're closing in for the game now. I don't think they can end it right here unless Red makes a real positional mistake because they're just out of minions. They got bot lane pushing in, but it's not much of a focus for them.
And we talk about Brody, right? I mean, look at what Brody was just putting out there in mid lane. MLP couldn't do anything. Brody was just, he's got that distance.
Yes, absolutely. Ling's in a lot of trouble in this game, honestly. As flighty as he is, he's escaping with a little bit of health, though, and I love to see that from Ling, playing it to the edge of the hero. Absolutely.
Ling using his ult to try to escape here. He does escape.
So are we going to look for the next Lord here, or are we going to see a mistake? The map pressure is totally tilted.
MLP pushing hard here. You can see the confidence. They got one of them drawn out, and they do. They get the kill on Jawhead. Farsa coming in.
Farsa in the back
got knocked out of her ult. Once again, she only got, like, I think one of her ults off on that. Brody is still hitting, but Grok and Esme are both there to take that front line.
So down a member of this map state, I still don't think it'll... Oh, that's really bad, though.
Will Immortality come out here.
He gets away!
It helps him escape. What is he gonna get? Is he gonna get away? He's still got to come back. You've got Haya and Esme waiting for him.
Uh-oh, that might have been the right move. He knows you're in that bush. Oh, no.
And he's not. He's gonna get shut down by Haya. This is gonna look really bad for the Valley.
Down, Hyper's that gone. Game. That possibly... Oh, Brody trades it back, popping the Immortality of Bia. Man, that Brody, his range exceeds my imagination every time.
You got Farsa ulting out, just trying to zone out here.
Clearing the waves, getting some of that minion damage. Farsa's really bad at clearing minions until she pops that ulti. Then she's got a lot of clear. Because her ulti's up, like, what, 15 seconds right now?
You're looking at a 5-man from MLP going against a 4-stack over here on the Valley. They could try to finish right here. They know they've only got another 30 seconds playing down a man. But they are waiting for B, right? B's one of the heavy hitters right now. So I think you're going to see him play safe until B gets up here. She's going to steal the red.
They need to be able to chew through that Uranus and the Jawhead. That's the only thing that can is that marksman, right? I think we're going to see him wait till Lord here. Unless Grok can get a really good pick in their jungle, which he's setting up for right now. Other than that, I think we're going to see the Lord take and they push on a Lord and try to end.
MLP knows that Ling is a force to be reckoned with when he gets his buff, so they are trying to take every one of the jungle according to the Valley.
Engage. Esme in the backline, soaking up a lot.
Let's see if Grok comes up here, throws a wall up to try to isolate somebody. They're not. They're pushing off. I think you're right. I think they're going to go for that Lord. I think they know that's the play.
Interesting to see Ling on the top side right now. He can switch sides of the map really quickly, but the whole game I've seen Ling focus more on split pushing, more on farming. and rather being part of that.
I think the play right here on top lane by Ling is a very smart move because they're going to take that turret. It's going to force somebody like Esmeralda right now to push over to top lane,
back
which
and have an
opens up
advantage.
that Lord because now Ling can push right back over to Lord, no problem.
Sitting here though, I would like to see Ling hop back over and take that 4v5.
Right,
maybe
so I think it was a huge
Lord.
play. I think that turret was the right call. Pulls one of MLP's players off, which is Esme, which is a huge force to be reckoned with when it comes to damage. But I agree. I think Ling should have pushed over sooner. So I think you're going to see the Valley here collide on Lord and try to snake it. And you do see Ling coming over with his ulti. Barca coming out with her ulti. Nana has to use her passive here.
What an engage. That was beautiful.
Kaya chasing down Ling does not want him to get away this time, but everybody is there.
Got him. All right, that's Smite taking off the board.
Out Ling, but they're in trouble.
If they can get out and the other team has no retreat, they secure Lord. It looks like they will. Red team has extended a little bit too far into the blue side of the map.
in trouble. Farsa with a huge ult right here.
Trade back a couple of kills there. 2-1 right now.
Again with another kill against the marksman. That's 2 kills now for Esme, knocking them down both their marksman and their jungler. This does not look good for the Valley.
The beautiful thing here is Retry's been taken off the map for another 40 seconds for Red Team. Lord is up, so I expect to see Blue Team rotate over there as a 4-man squad and 4v4 right on the Lord. It may be a little bit risky. Nobody wants to lose Lord at this state of the game, but if Retry's down, I feel like you have to take it.
Jawhead's in trouble here. He's about to have everyone from MLP on him.
Oh, goodness, you're right. You make it walled in here. That's a wall. He's
trying
locked.
to wall him off. They do get the wall. Uranus trying to come in and help, but he's not going to be able to help there.
Uranus needs to get out of there before Beatrix gets to him.
Immortality kicks in, but it doesn't matter. Nana comes in with the finish. Nicolette comes in. I think it's going to be an easy win on Lord from MLP. They've got no one to go and force that. I don't think you're going to see Uranus come up. Barca can't. She's got to clear the lanes. MLP's easily taken Lord here. Uranus is going to come up and try to poke. I don't know if he's going to try and steal here.
Yeah, getting out of position for a low percentage play. Ling is coming back. He doesn't want to lose this Lord this time. I would love to see a steal from Ling right now.
Uranus is there. I don't know if they know it. Okay, they do now. Are they going to go for Uranus, or are they actually just going to focus here? But I'll tell you, Barca's trying to get in there. She wants that steal. I think she's going to pay for it here. She does. Barca goes down here.
Ling is waiting in the wings, watching that Lord percentage. He comes in for the steal. Still a little early. Oh, and Zoltra secures it again.
Another objective. He stole a turtle, and now he steals a Lord. And it looks like that's going to be it. They're just going to.
That was the last-ditch effort
here. There's only one person left. No Brody can punch right now, but I don't think he's got that much left in his backpack.
I'm now a Grok.
I mean, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. And once again, we talk about sportsmanship. There's no toxicity in this game.
Not at all. Not a drop. A little bit of chat, a little bit of banner going on.
Jawhead coming out here, trying to help out his Brody, but his Brody just gets caught out there. There's nothing you can do. It's a 5-on-1 push with the biggest linebacker rolling up, man, with that fat booty.
What a good second game, though. Honestly, what a great second game. I enjoyed that so much more than the first. A real back-and-forth battle.
They absolutely played that one so much better than the first one.
Whew, what a game. T, what did you think, man?
My favorite part, my favorite part was when Molina destroyed Uranus.
I loved when Molina took out Uranus.
Yes, but then who else? Beatrix killed Uranus. Everyone was just killing Uranus, man.
Listen, you know, sometimes that's really all you have to focus on.
I see